You will own nothing, and you will be happy. That's the latest message from Bloomberg saying that rising real estate prices are completely destroying the American dream of home ownership, leading to a nation of renters. And they go on to say that the Great Reset is here. A nation of renters is nothing to fear. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet we need to talk about the American dream and how it's dead, as well as chaos in New York as a man running away from a mass shooter uses 2 children as living shields, how the city has descended into lawless chaos under the rule of the Democrats, not to mention the impending Great Reset, economic collapse, and honestly just state of America. But before we do, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell button for notifications for more content, and share these videos. Ever since Joe Biden took office, I've noticed a coordinated effort of big tech to manipulate and control independent thought. They're boiling the frog. Slowly but surely, independent media is dying. The best thing you can do is to share these videos. Anyhow, a quick word from our sponsor. Introducing our brand new sponsor, Webull. Did you know you could get up to 2 free stocks worth anywhere from $40 to $1,400 after you open an account with Webull and deposit $100? Everybody who joins and deposits their first $100 will get free stock. Folks, it's basically free money. And what better time to invest? They've got crypto, they've got STONKS, and you can trade however much you're comfortable with whenever you want. Click the affiliate link down below and get some free stock. Join today. And we're back. So, let's talk about real estate. Here on Twitter, this was trending. The American dream of owning a home is dead. Homeownership is becoming unaffordable for too many. But there is another option, renting. It's very interesting the way the elites think in this country and around the world. They want to turn America into a slave class society where everybody is renting, you own nothing, and you are told that you should be happy. Here it says, America should become a nation of renters. The very features that made houses an affordable and stable investment are coming to an end. They go on to say, the numbers paint a stark picture. After peaking at 69% in 2004, the home ownership rate fell every year until 2016, when it was 64.3%, its lowest level since the Census Bureau started keeping track in 1984. The rate rebounded in Donald Trump's presidency, hitting 66% in 2020. But that trend is likely to be arrested by a housing market that is desperately short on supply and seeing month-over-month price increases greater than they were in the frenzied market in 2006. Now, does everybody remember what happened in 2006? In the last real estate bubble, eventually prices just went sky high, people took out a bunch of mortgages they couldn't afford, and this led to the Great Collapse. The massive 2008 financial crisis completely obliterated the housing market. A lot of people became millionaires after this crash because they bought the real estate then, and the rest is history. Well, we're going to see a repeat of history very soon. You know, BlackRock is currently buying all the single-family homes, paying 20% or more over market price, pricing people like me and you out. Nobody can afford a house. And we're slowly becoming a China-like nation. In China, nobody owns anything. They rent. Everybody has a smartphone. They live in a pod, literally like a single-room, tiny apartment. It's not even an apartment. It's a pod. It's a box. And they live in it. Bed, cooking stuff. It's a prison. That is what life is becoming like in America, a prison. That is what the elite want. Do you think it is any coincidence that they're just telling you this? The Great Reset is here. And the plan is to make us rent everything, own nothing, and basically be dependent on a paycheck. So in other words, you have to keep working your whole life because you own nothing. No house to retire in, no car that belongs to you. This is the elite's wet dream. The only good thing about this is that people are not brain dead yet. a lot of people roasted Bloomberg for these horrendous propaganda articles. I really like this comment. Kyo Silil Monster says, "This is horrendously tone deaf. I'm already looking at never getting Social Security. I'm already looking at not really having a chance to retire. Now I can't own a house. May as well be a peasant and work the land for my feudal lord at this point." Yes, exactly. That is exactly what the elites want. They want peasants. We're going back to the days of feudal lords. That is the real truth. And soon, you won't even be able to pass on your wealth to your children. Which brings us to our next story. Here in the Daily Mail. In America, where your kids can't afford to keep your money, middle-income families are disgusted with Biden's twisted death tax that would force many to sell their inheritance just to pay the bills. So, among Biden's many progressive and socially justice-y new tax policies is a death tax. If anybody passes on $1 million or more, you will be forced to pay 40% tax on that inheritance. So let's say that you're an adult. You work your whole life saving up money, and you buy the house of your dreams. Maybe you buy it for $500,000. You have kids, and then one day when you're old and you want to pass on that house to your children, the house is now worth $1.2 million. Let's just say that. So you die, you write in your will that you want your children to inherit that house. Well, guess what? The house is worth $1 million. Too bad. You owe more than $400,000 in tax now. The child is not going to be able to pay. They're going to be like, oh, well, I got no choice. I got to sell the house. So they sell the house, and then they get what's left over. You've destroyed the inheritance. This is a plan, folks. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. That's why I tell everybody, the US dollar is going to hell. It is going to be worthless. Hyperinflation is coming in. You need to have your money in hard assets. And speculative investments, literally anything but the US dollar. So whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto, or whether it's real estate, I would not be putting my money in the dollar. I would not be leaving it in the bank, because that dollar is going to be worthless. Oh man, they couldn't make it any more clear that they want us to eat the bugs, live in the pods, and be cucks. Yeah, I don't think so. So this is just one of many of the Biden administration's new horrific plans. They are literally robbing corpses now. And that's what socialism is all about. Me from the United Kingdom says, you voted for Biden, this is the result. Robco1 from the Mid-Ohio Valley says, only in America, the dead can vote and pay taxes. Zinger! I think Opsware says it best. America is not America anymore. It's something else right now. Yeah, Democrats are the worst. I literally cannot make this any more clear. Which brings us to New York City. The shocking footage has come out showing a grown man using 2 children as human shields. It is disturbing. It is disgusting. So the man in the red shirt here is being chased by this guy in a mask, and he's got a gun. So the man in the red shirt literally tramples 2 children and then uses those children as human shields. Absolutely pathetic. This is New York City, run by the Democrats right into the ground. I can't tell you how angry this makes me to see that this lawlessness is what the Democrats have brought to New York City. Literally a man chasing another man with a gun, Lord knows why, and 2 little kids are being used as human shields. The absolute coward. Here it says, shocking surveillance footage captured the moment that 2 young children were trampled by a man as he tried to escape from a shooter who fired nearly a dozen bullets in the middle of Bronx Street and pointed a gun at the terrified kids. The NYPD released a video on Friday afternoon and asked for the public's help in identifying the gunman in the latest of a nearly 150 shootings. Wow. Across the city just this month. Now, thankfully, none of the children were hurt. They were not injured. The children are fine. And what a brave little girl, I want to say. You can see her grab her brother and shield him with her body. What an amazing sister. The only stroke of light in this blighted world. Luigi Vercati in the comment section says, liberal paradise, keep voting blue. These people never learn. They really don't. No matter how bad things get, they never learn. The Dow Jones just had one of its worst weeks since January after a huge stock market crash. US stock market has had its worst week since January after Fed hints it could turn off the spigots as inflation threatens to spiral out of control. Now, I know it's hard to talk about economics. I know a lot of people don't necessarily understand, so I'm going to make this simple. The United States is screwed. I don't know about you. This is not financial advice, but putting your money in assets over dollars, probably a good idea. Because things are not looking good. And stocks will recover in the long run. Crypto will recover in the long run. Real estate will recover in the real... You get the idea. The dollar will not. Purchasing power has been going down for the past 20 plus years. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Joining will give you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. Yeah, things look pretty bad. The S&P 500 went down 1.8%, the worst loss since February, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 3.5%, the worst since the end of January. So, yeah, just a heads up, folks. Inflation is coming. Fed is probably gonna be forced to raise interest rates, which is going to hurt economic growth. Man, I can't tell you where to put your money, but I wouldn't have it in the dollar. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. Have a nice day. I'll see you all next time.